Hi, in this video we're going to show you a free tool you could use to help clean up junk or temporary files on your computer. So let's say you've run the Windows storage disk cleanup and you still like to find some additional stuff to delete. You could give this a shot. Alright, so it's called Cleaner One, so you'll find it in the Microsoft Store if you do search for it. And you notice there are two of them here, and they both say free. But this one here is the Pro one, so I think it's only a free trial. So if you want to try out the Pro to check out the extra features, you could try this one. But I think they're going to try and charge you eventually. So if you just look for Cleaner One free, then you could get it from here. And just simply click on it, and then click on Install or Get, depending on what your button says. And then once it's installed, you could just open it up. Alright, so now this program, I have the option set to show the memory and CPU usage, and you could actually click on Optimize here to have it bring it down a little bit and just do it as needed. So you could turn this off, which we'll see in a minute here. Alright, so we're on the main screen here. So we have junk files, registry. Don't really recommend doing any registry cleaning because you're kind of asking for trouble. Duplicate files, big files, disk map, and some more tools. Alright, so let's just start a scan here and see what it finds. Alright, so we have our Windows system junk files here, system logs, not a whole lot here. This is just a test computer, so there's not a lot going on here. And you can see the ones with 0 size here are grayed out, so you could check or uncheck any ones as needed. System cache, system files, nothing there. Temporary files, and if you click on it, you could get a breakdown of what's in there. And system patch, nothing there. Then we have some browser cache for Chrome and Edge. And you'll have other browsers depending on what you have installed. Even have some Internet Explorer cache for some reason. Then we have our applications. You'll see a lot of these are unchecked by default just in case you don't want to delete them and you don't do it on accident. So therefore you'll have to come here and manually check the ones you want to remove. Then you could delete your downloads, empty your recycle bin, and so on. Alright, so let's kind of go through here. Let's say we're going to do these two, do all these, and leave the rest alone here. Alright, so out of 1.17 gigabytes, we're going to clean 653 megabytes. So I'll click on Clean. Alright, so it says we need to close Edge, so let's do that. Alright, so once again here we have this upgrade for free. So I haven't tried this, so you can see what happens if you do it. So it will take you to the back to the Microsoft Store here. But like I said, it doesn't say what the catch is for downloading the Pro version. So if you want to try that out, you could surely do it. Alright, let's see if we can find any duplicate files. Let's look on the C drive here. Alright, so since I did the whole C drive here, we have a lot of files that we probably don't even know what they are. And you could just ignore these weird ones like this. So if we select Documents just to show documents. You can click on it to get a little more information. And you can select the ones you want to clean, click on Clean. And you can see these are grayed out, so no duplicate folders or media. So you could look at some photos too. And you can see here, this file has 3 different names, but it was able to find that it was the same file. Same with some of these here. And then we have some stuff in others. All right, let's try out the big files option here. Scan now. All right, so bigger than 1 gig, and 10 megabytes to 500 megabytes. So found these 3 files, tells you where they are. You could clean them when you check the box there. So here are the other ones, 10 megabytes to 5 megabytes. So that's not too bad. All right, let's check out the disk map. Let's try it on the C drive here. All right, so that took a minute or two, so I just paused the video so you didn't have to watch it go across the screen there. All right, so now you can see here is our main C drive here, and if you click out, you can see this is the Windows folder and the WinSXS folder, subfolder. And then as you go out there, it'll show you what's going on here. So if we look at this folder, it shows us everything that's in there and their sizes, and then you can check boxes and clean them. And if you want to go back a level, you can come up here to the path and do that. And you see for suggestions there, it says do not remove from this installer folder, and this one too. We come back here to the root folder. Let's say we wanted to see our users folder here. See what's going on there. So 12 gigs in the users folder. You can see that Todd S here is using all the space there. So we've got some videos, some documents, miscellaneous. So if we go to miscellaneous, we can see these 2 files are taking up the space. So this is decent. There are better apps out there for finding your large files, but at least it has some type of attempt to show you how to find your large files using a graphical interface like this. All right, then we have more tools here. So if you want to update to the Pro version, you can check it out here, plus any of their other tools. All right, then if we go to the settings here, here's where you can turn this on or off if you don't want to see it. Then you could have notifications for extra junk files or disk space, and then reset all your settings. All right, so as you can see, it's a decent program for a free program, but like I said, you probably just want to use it to clean up your temporary files here, or maybe check for duplicates or big files. The disk map is not super helpful, and like I said, you probably don't want to mess with the registry. All right, so once again, just go to the Microsoft Store, do a search for Cleaner 1. You could try out the Pro version 2, I suppose, if you want to see if it's really free, see if there's a catch or not, and then you can try it out for yourself. All right, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.